Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you for March Madness the Craftwork Castle, and this is a die set that has 45 dies in total, and it comes with an embossing folder as well. Now the embossing folder, if I show you this first, it is the brick effect. These are 3D embossing folders and they have incredible depth to them. But I would suggest, if you are using anything like delicate cardstock, just make sure you wipe this maybe with a damp cloth, because it will help your card stretch so it doesn't split. And I usually find if I run it through my die cutting machine just the once, it doesn't crack my cardstock. So that's the embossing folder. The actual die set itself, as mentioned, it has 45 dies and it creates, you can make a very big castle, or you can make a cluster of turrets and have a castle that way. But it has the largest turret, you have the medium-sized turret, and then you have a small turret as well. This is your back wall, these are your side walls, and this is the front where your arched door is. You have some windows in this set. You do have the peaked roof. You have some ivy, grass, some foliage. You also have the hinges for your door. You've got a couple of knockers. You've got flags, which are the opposite. So you have a good finished side on each side of your flag. So it's just basically an A4 die set that will create a huge project. Now this is a big project, as I mentioned. It's up to you how you put this together, but I'm going to be making the full project today. I have got some of the turrets made up already, so I can show you that now. So this is the largest turret, and I've already decorated these ones, but I will be putting two together with you. That's the medium one, and then that is the smallest one. So I thought it'd just make life easier if I have some already pre-made that I can show you. I have added my foliage, and I've added my windows onto it, and obviously my panels. So what we'll do today is put a couple of these together and do the main construction of this project. So I'll just move these out of the way. I'll go through what you need per section, just so that you can also craft along if you wanted to. So for the medium-sized turret, we're going to make the largest and the medium one today. So for the medium one, you need, if you're doing the largest project, you will need 12 of the medium panels. So I have 6 of my pieces there. And then if you are using the brick effect, you obviously need 6 of each. And if you're having the largest castle, then you will need 12 of these and 12 of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply glue to a couple of my panels, and I'm going to stick those down. Tonic have got some amazing things for March Madness, and this is definitely a huge make. I believe I used approximately 7 sheets of A4 white card, and I'm using 250 GSM white card for this project. I wouldn't recommend anything more than 250 because they do have, obviously there's a lot of glue tabs on this, so that's the weight I recommend. And I'm using Ballet Pink Craft Perfect for my backing plates, and I'm using some pearlescent card in Princess Pink for my peaked roofs, for my windows, and for my door I'm using the pearlescent card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start gluing all of these panels down. Usually I decorate at the end, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick all these down. Make sure they are even, have a nice even border all the way around. Okay, so now that I've glued those down, I'm just going to bring in, so for each turret you will need 2 of the hexagons. When you do your roof piece, you'll get, you need to cut out 5 of these for the roof. If you're doing the huge, the big castle, you'll have 5 of these. Save the inner hexagons because you can then use them for your base of the turrets. So I'm just going to go ahead and burnish all my score lines. And it's really important that you burnish them really well. Okay, so now that I have burnished all my score lines, I'm going to bring in one of these hexagons. I'm going to apply glue to these bottom tabs here, and I'm going to stick them down, and I'm basically going to go all the way around. So I'll do this first one and then I'll speed up the video. Okay, so now once you've glued all your panels on, flip it over and put your hexagon on to secure all those tabs. Okay, so now that's done, what we're going to start doing is applying glue onto these long tabs and these two smaller triangular tabs, and we're going to start bringing them in. So just applying glue. I'll do the first one and then I'll speed up the rest. Make sure it's flush because you need all your sides to be flush for it to have a nice neat finish. And we're just basically going to go all the way around doing exactly the same thing. Okay, so now you should have something that looks like this. So what we're going to do is put our roof piece together. So you're going to take one of these pieces and you're going to fold all these tabs, and then you're going to give them a good burnish. So once you've done that, you're going to bring in, you need 3 pieces for your roof per roof. So you're just going to bring your pieces in and then fold all the score lines. And then you're going to give them a burnish. You also need to bring in your flags. Now what I've done with the flags is I've cut out 2 for each side. So we're just going to apply some glue. You need the strength for these flags because they can easily bend if you don't use strong cardstock. So again, obviously I'm using 250 GSM. So that's one. I'm going to put this one together now. So in total, I'm using 4 pieces. Two for each side, and then I'm going to back those together. Good press. I've also cut the flag piece out in pearlesant card, so I'm just gonna take these bits off and then stick that down. So I'm just covering the flag part. I'm taking that ball joint off at the top. Okay, so while that's drying, we are going to move these bits out of the way. We are going to start joining up our roof panels. So I put glue on 2 of the tabs, and then I'm just going to go around and stick those on, making sure it butts up to that line. That's one. That's 2. I'm going to do the same again, and I'm just going to go all the way around. Okay, so once you've got all these pieces glued together, you're going to apply glue to these side tabs here, and you're going to press that down. Now at this point, I'm going to also stick my flag in, because I want to try and make sure that it kind of gets lodged in there. So it's going to be a little bit fiddly, but it does work because I've done it with all the others. I'm just going to place that in there while you press all that down. Just going to place glue on this tab here. I'm doing it from the inside. I'm going to stick that down. And then what I've done with the flag is I've gone inside and I've placed a blob of glue inside and just left it like that. Just wipe that bit away. And I've just kind of left it like that. So I'm going to let that set while I put my other turret together, the larger one. So while that's setting, it will straighten out. Just need to wait for that glue to dry. I'm going to put that to one side while that dries. I think what I'm going to do is, because you've already seen me make a turret, I'm going to speed up this whole turret just to speed up the process. So we now have 2 turrets that are finished, and I'm just going to, now that that has dried, I'm just going to stick that in so you can see how it fits. Just have to be careful not to damage the top here when you're placing that in. So that's that one, and one that I've prepared earlier is also here. So we are going to just push those in. So you can store things inside there if you wanted to. You could potentially loop a piece of ribbon and add it in to the top if you didn't want to put flags in. So that is our finished turrets. We can start to decorate some of it actually, seeing as we're here already. So pieces of the grass, it's only going to go around 5 sides, because one of the sides is going to get glued. So I'm just going to speed through this process because it is literally just a case of sticking the grass all the way around apart from one side. Okay, so now that we've attached the grass, I'm going to bring in some of my windows, and we're just basically going to add all our windows on. So if I start with this one here, this one is only going to have one window at the top, because the bottom where it's going to join with our main body, there you won't actually see it. So with these windows, you have a die that cuts the window out, but what I had to do was place the windows onto some white card and fussy cut around it, because there isn't a backing plate for the window for you to get the white part of the window there. So I'm just going to go all the way around and stick all these windows on. So now we have all our windows placed where they should be. I am just going to go ahead and stick some of these flowers on. Now, let's bring my tweezers in so I can grip them. Just adding dots of glue, and I'm just going to stick some flowers, not in any particular order. So now I am going to go ahead and bring in some nuvo drops, and I'm just going to apply some nuvo drops, and this is in apple green. That was a bit of a big blob. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm just going to move that out of the way. Let's put it as far away as possible. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is bring in this piece here, because this is going to make our main panels. So I'm just going to go ahead and place all my pieces together. So you need one of these, and I'm obviously using the brick effect, so the matte and layer to that. I've kept the piece that's fallen out from the pink because I think I want to have that on the back. So I think I'm going to stick that on first. I'm just going to apply a tiny slither of glue just on the top there, so I can get the placement right on this, because I need it to be level at the bottom. Like that. And then we're going to basically stick this down and then attach the door. So I'm just going to apply glue to the back of here. And I'm going to place this on top of here, leaving a nice even border. Just need to be able to see what I'm doing. press that down. I'm then going to, depending on whether you want to fold these doors, you can do. But I think I'm just going to do it slightly. I'm going to just apply some glue around the frame of this door. And then I'm going to place that in the middle here. Making sure it's central and then pressing that down. I've got some hinges and etc. So I'm just going to bring that in. They're so tiny, you can just about see them. I'll just move these bits out of the way. I don't know if you're able to see, but these are the hinges. So there's 4 of them. You cut them out in one go as well. So I'm going to apply glue and I'm going to stick that onto here. Let's get another one. So the die actually cuts all 4 out together, which is brilliant because these are such tiny pieces. Take another one. Stick that one on there, and then there is one more somewhere. Seem to have lost it somehow. But I will find it and I will stick it back on. If I don't find it, I will cut another piece out. So I'm not too worried about that. Oh, there it is. There we go. I'm going to just put a dot of glue. Let's try that again. It's turning into a very long video, so apologies for that. So we're going to stick that onto there. It's a bit high there. And then we've got a couple of these knockers. So just going to apply some glue. And then I'm just going to place them one on there. And then going to place the other one on the other side, like so. There we go. So that's my door completed. Now what I need to do, let's just move all those pieces out the way. Now what I'm going to do is bring in the side panels, the back wall, the base. So you need 2 of these, one with a top fold lid, and you need 4 of these rectangles, because these will be the pieces we're going to basically construct a full box. So let me just burnish these score lines, and it's really important with this, because there are a lot of straight lines, it's really important to make sure you give everything a really good burnish. So I'm just going to bring in all my panels and give them a good burnish. So now all that is burnished, we are now going to start adding all our pieces on. So I think what I'm going to do is add my sections on one by one. So if I start with, actually, let's glue this panel on first, so then that's out of the way. I will also give my panels some strength. So that's perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's start with the back panel. I'm going to apply glue to the longer tab here, like so. Let's just move all these bits and pieces out of the way. So make sure everything butts up and nicely lines up, like so. And then we're going to attach these pieces one by one. So let's apply glue to this tab here. I'm going to attach that onto here. And then you're going to take one of these pieces and you're going to attach that onto this piece here. Just make sure you check that everything lines up nicely, which it does. Take another one of these pieces and then stick that onto here. I apologise if you can hear bubbles in the background chomping away on our cat food. Okay, so that's stuck down. Let's do these pieces here as well. We're going to apply glue here. I'm going to line that up and then stick that down. I'll take this piece here to stick this one down. I'm going to take our last plain panel. I'm going to stick this on here. Perfect. And then finally, hopefully all this is now dried, I'm going to take the front panel and we're going to stick this on here. So it is quite a substantial piece, this one, because there are a lot of panels to stick on. But everything is measured out for you, and all you have to do is just line everything up and stick things down. And hopefully you will have something that looks like this. Now we're just going to apply glue. I'm going to speed this part up. We're just applying glue to all these tabs and we're basically joining all the panels together. So I'm just going to go all the way around. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Now what we're going to do is we're coming up to some of the final pieces. So you need to cut out 6 of these circles. There is a die in the set, and I've basically doubled them up. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply glue to half of that circle, and I'm basically going to stick those down, roughly eyeballing it in the middle and butting it up against the edge of that score line, like so. Applying a bit more glue. I'm going to do one here as well. And then I'm going to do one on this side as well. Like so. And this is basically to stop the lid from falling through, because we're going to have the smaller tower sitting on top. So basically that's what it would do. I'm just gonna push this back. I'm not gonna fully score it, fold it. So we're gonna have that. Now what we need to do is apply glue, and we are going to stick this down. So I'm going to start from the back, and obviously you can get your hand in to basically get everything level. I'm going to just put glue all the way around and try and get it done in one go, which is brave of me, I think. But why not? This video is long enough as it is. Right, so obviously that's going to go on the back. So what I need to do is try and level that up on the inside there. I'm just basically eyeballing it. And to be quite honest, I've only just looked at the instructions briefly, so I couldn't really tell you 100% because I don't always follow the instructions, unfortunately. So I'm just going to eyeball it and stick that down. Obviously the lid does get in the way a little bit, but it's okay. Go in. With my precision tool. Then I'm just going to press that side down. Then I'm going to stick the back piece down. I'm sure the instructions are probably so much easier than how I'm showing it. Oh dear. And then those pieces. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. We just need to fix this bit because that's on a bit of a wonk. There we go, that's better. Oh, maybe not that bit. There, that's better. You might have to just play around with it a little bit, but you should have something that looks like this. Now, my video is getting quite long. I will be editing quite a lot of this out, but what I will do now is start adhering all the panels together. Let me just take all the roofs off to make life easier. Hopefully some of this nuvo stuff has dried. It has. So my two medium ones are going to go at the front, and they're basically going to stick to this piece here, like so, like that. Yep. So then my back two pieces are then going to come in and stick like that. And then my middle piece is going to stick in the middle like that. So that's the plan so far. I think what I'm going to do is, because I've got quite a lot of foliage and things to stick on, so because you can see what I'm going to be doing to glue these on, I'll glue one of these on and then I'm going to speed through the rest of it. So I'm going to apply glue to these panels here. And I'm going to put plenty of glue on because it's adhering to the brick panels that I've got. So I just bring this back in. I need to make sure that it's level, and I need to make sure that that sticks on perfectly. So I'm just gonna press that. This is such a pretty castle, so pretty. My niece's little ones, she's got 2 girls, she would absolutely love this if it was just sitting in the bedroom. So I'm going to apply glue to this panel here. Again, I'm going to put lots and lots of glue on. You could use hot glue if you wanted to, I think, for this part, because it's becoming quite substantial. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the decoration in. I won't film this bit, but I'm just going to basically add, because I've got so much decoration and quite a lot of grass still. So I'm going to stick all that on, and then I will come back at the end to show you the rest of the video. So I've attached all my ivy and just gone round and added a few more windows, and I've added some more flowers, and this is what it looks like now. I've also attached some some butterflies. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there is some butterflies on there. So this is what the final piece now looks like. I'll just try and attach my lids back on. Oh. So fiddly. Oh dear. Obviously there's quite a lot of lids, so I've got to contend with quite a few. And because I've used pearlesant cards, everything's just feeling quite slippy for me now. I'm going to leave that off for the time being. But this is basically what it looks like. So I'll just go all the way around so you can see it. So I've attached windows, put some butterflies all over. Oh, all the lids are coming off now. And then we're back to the front again. And obviously this piece opens, so you can put treats in if you want to. These also open, so you can also obviously put treats into those ones as well. So if you did like my video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. I do use affiliate links, so if you don't mind using them. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use affiliate links. It just means that Tonic give me a small commission for using their products to make up these projects. This is not a sponsored video, but Tonic do send me dies to play with and to offer inspiration. And obviously it's not the smallest of makes. It does take up a little bit of cardstock. So I think I said this was about 7 sheets of A4 white card, about 3 pieces of ballet pink, and a couple of sheets of pearlesant card in Princess Pink. And it goes perfectly, doesn't it? Princess Pink. It is a very princessy castle, and I just absolutely love it. And I think when I give this to my niece to give to her children, I think she will absolutely love it. It will probably end up being a centerpiece in the bedroom. The kids probably won't be allowed to touch it because things like this, it's a keepsake, isn't it? And it just brings so much fun and joy. And I'm trying really hard not to let it come off, but it will. You can glue these down if you want to, but obviously you get that extra space in each of the turret if you leave them as they are. So hopefully I will share pictures, and I think all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for all your kindness and support, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.